ding that little bell thingy so you can get all of the notifications.
You're currently looking at pages from my comic book, Bond of the Blade, a shonen-style action title about 3 ninja-themed teen heroes who are empowered by a warrior guardian angel to defend their city. It combines elements from anime and manga to hip-hop culture, black culture in general, and my own personal experiences to create a unique and exciting story, and I'm super hyped to show the world this series. And this is a mainstream comic from 2022 written by Christopher Priest.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
And it's just the latest example of creators in the mainstream industry pandering to black people in the laziest and most offensive and ass way possible by shoving a bunch of black colloquialisms haphazardly into the mouths of characters that simply don't feel like characters, and they certainly don't feel like people. People are not just a collection of slang terms and references. We're more than stereotypes, and I'm saying this as someone who has predominantly black people in almost all of his books, but the emphasis is on the people part. And I'm far from the first person to do this in the indie scene or the mainstream. Plenty of writers in the past have written black characters who behave like real people, and that includes Christopher Priest, who wrote the dialogue you saw earlier. But more than often today, at least in my opinion, black people are written as caricatures more than real life people when it comes to mainstream representation. We've reached a point in our culture where our answer to racist stereotypes is more racial stereotypes. Now, this does not mean don't ever have black characters who talk black. And when I say speak black, I don't mean only black people can speak like this or black people can only speak in a certain way. I mean black people who speak in a way that you would expect them to if they're associated or well versed in contemporary black American culture. As you can see on the screen, Bond of the Blade, which is set in the early 2000s, has characters making cultural references and using slang that's typical of young black people in this time. Basically, the characters are all around my age, and they're from the similar region of the country to where I was from, so they talk like my peers and I talked back then. Highlighting your culture is a good thing, and it's one of the reasons why I do think that it's important to keep having discussions about things like inclusion, diversity, and so on. The difference between my writing and Priest's writing from before is that I'm not just throwing random ebonics or AAVE into my script and calling it authenticity. I'm drawing specifically from the setting, culture, and ages of my characters to build a world that feels real. I mean, look at the guys on this page. This is apparently supposed to be taking place in the modern day, but these look like the Wu-Tang Clan just walked off a video shoot back in the 90s. This made more sense when I realized how old Christopher Priest was, but this is really bad. Aside from being completely tone deaf, it's just dated as hell. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad, but I am tired. So I'm just gonna use this as more fuel on my fire, because I believe that we deserve a better class of character. Black Americans, just like everybody else, deserve characters who are cool and fun and can get you emotionally invested in their journey, while also, when applicable, giving a good solid representation of aspects of black culture. Whoever told y'all that you have to pick between being fun and being diverse lied to you. I think you can do both, and I'm gonna prove it to you with my own work. If anything I said ticks a box or rings a bell in your mind, then check out the description so I can give you the classic character that you deserve. Start with the Bond of the Blade mini arc, a 40+ page self-contained adventure which also serves as the starting point for our heroes. It is complete and completely free to read right now. I'm also writing an urban fantasy adventure comic titled The Spider Circle. That's still very early in development, but a prologue currently exists for that, also on Tapas and also linked in the description. It's only 4 pages long, and it gives you a quick rundown of the backstory of the main character of the story, Catherine Scarlett. Be sure also to head over to my website for more information about some of the main characters of The Spider Circle, and get a first look at the first pages of the book as they're produced. If you believe in my vision, agree with my mission, or just think I got some dope ass characters, consider subscribing to my Patreon page. You'll get behind the scenes content, works in progress, and even some Patreon exclusive videos and art pieces. Last but not least, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about what you've seen so far, because if you're as tired of this bullshit as I am, then I think you're really gonna dig what I got coming down the pipeline for you. And with that being said, thanks for watching and listening. I'm Animaine, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.